And how do you approach coaching somebody who's just considered divorcing versus someone who's like very much deep inside the process?
Well, the first thing I want to know with them is I really address like their financial situation. I want to know those questions. Do you have a bank account? Do they have a job? Do they know how to pay bills? Unfortunately, it's again, especially my generation and older, there were definite tasks. And so often, and even now, so often the men handle the finances and the women don't. So these are the things that I really want to set them up for success. You know, speaking to someone who can help them out with their finances, figuring out, what are your expenses? That's a huge thing. What are your monthly expenses? How much money do you spend each month? Most of us would go, wow, I really don't know. But these are all really important stepping stones for them as they prepare to eventually, ultimately live a life on their own, independent. And again, as fearful as that can be, it can be done. But again, there's so many challenges that I just don't want women to do it on their own. I did. It was a long process. It was a long process.
Yeah, because finances, they don't teach that in school. I mean, heck, I should just hire you. Single people should just hire you because I think everybody struggles with finances, and especially if you're married, going through a divorce, and that's even more challenging because it's like, especially if you haven't handled the money, period. Like, how do you all of a sudden handle money? Scary.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is scary. It is scary. And the unfortunate part too is many, and I say women only because I coach women, feel that, oh, a coach is just going to add to my expenses. And I'm like, no, it actually isn't. And I've actually spoken to divorce attorneys who are truly advocates for coaches. They want their clients to get a divorce coach as well. And even they agree. Yeah. Why do you want to spend $500 an hour and half the session you're emotional and you don't know what to do and you can't make these decisions? Coach, we don't, I mean, I don't charge that much, you know. So, but again, they are in agreement, and which really excites me, because I actually prefer the women to come to me before. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries.
I didn't realize my phone was on.
That's okay.
The attorneys I want them to be prepared with all their documents. I want them to have a bunch of questions answered. And that initial meeting with their attorney, it's business, and then, maybe you'll have questions for them or they'll have questions for you, but I want them to come with their suitcase full of information for them so that they can just get what needs to be done.
Right. And the attorneys, I'm just thinking about them right now, and all I see is they're seeing dollar signs and you're seeing like the heart.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's exactly what that is. But it's, again, changing the mindset. Society tells everyone, oh, you're getting divorced. Do you have your attorney? That's the first thing that they think that you need to do. And I've actually spoken to some local attorneys who they say, I don't want to speak with them until they've spoken to a coach. Like, let's make this process quicker, and let's not, again, drag it out, but be in the support of the person that they're, being a lawyer for. I want to be able to support someone and say, here's the steps you need to take. And a financial advisor, again, and it may be somebody at the bank. It doesn't have to be, a high-end company, but knowing what's ahead of them can also alleviate that fear.
Yes, definitely. Now, because I know many women feel much isolated. Now, do you have a community of women that where they can all collaborate and share information and maybe possibly give each other support?
Absolutely. So I've have a group on Facebook, and I'm just transitioning out of it because I am creating a group inside my website, a membership area where, yeah, we can get, they can get one-to-one coaching, group coaching if they want it, different blog posts and information that they can get because, but divorce coaching it's a unique niche
Mhm.
because you're not dealing, like I've worked with business coaches, and you're with a group of women and they're all starting their businesses and they all, network together. A lot of women who are divorcing are very reluctant to be in a group. And I don't know, maybe it's just being face to face sometimes. So again, that is, optional. I think sometimes one-to-one is better in those initial stages, and then, move from there, because each situation is so unique. Some are stuck, like even after they're divorced, they're stuck. They still can't, they're still sitting in denial, so and that I was just talking to a woman the other day about this, about how she was in a support group, but she didn't feel like, it almost scared her because they weren't moving on. She was listening to people who had been divorced for 4 years and they were still stuck. And she's like, oh my God, I hope that's not going to be me. So jury's still out for me on the benefits of group coaching with divorce, because yeah, you've got to make sure that the right people are together and uh, moving forward together. Does that make sense?
Yes, everybody's life is different than somebody else's. Our journeys, our paths are all different and vary. Because someone who may move on quicker, the other person may not, and that's okay.
That's
It's
okay. Absolutely. And that's why I wouldn't want a woman who's not moving along very quickly to feel inadequate, because other women in the group are, oh yeah, I'm good here and I'm good there. And then they feel like, okay, what's wrong with me? And I
yeah.
never want a woman to feel that way, um, because she may be dealing with a narcissistic husband. She may be dealing with a sickness, or you just don't know. And there's so many people out there who are going through all their own struggles. So I hate to like bulk them all together.
Yes, and that's good that you offer then one-on-one and then group. So for the ones who do want more of that community and feel that they want that support, you have that available. But then the ones who are like, you know what, I don't want to compare myself to these people
Oh,
here, these women here. Let me go ahead and focus one-on-one. So that's wonderful and beautiful that you have those two options available.